Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, in the past and the present, I've been told I talk way too much in a lot of my videos. So in hindsight is 2020 sort of way, I have decided to go back and start revamping some of my older videos. A couple reasons. YouTube is really not paying well right now, and so that'll kind of give me some content that I can put up instead of putting new videos up 3 times a week, because I just can't keep up that kind of content and do the kind of videos I want to do. These videos are going to be as short as I can possibly make them. If you have any questions whatsoever, please go watch the long version, the longest version of these videos. Some of these are going to have short versions, or long versions, short versions, and now even shorter versions. So but if you need more information, go find the other video on that if this says shorter version. Without further ado, let's get to it. Well, here we are on the Astro van here. If you've watched any of my other videos, go check out the playlist for my Astro van, by the way. It's on my channel. Got lots of videos on this rig. But besides that, we were having a non-start issue. And in the midst of that, we realized it was the coil wire. So at the time, we just needed to get it running, so we just replaced the coil wire and fix the problem. But now it's time to finish off changing the spark plugs and wires on this thing. So we're going to start. You're going to put it up on jack stands, whatever safety equipment you feel necessary to work on a car for yourself. You are responsible. If you do anything I do and you hurt yourself, I'm not responsible. If you don't like the way I'm doing something, don't do it. Now, beyond that, we're going to go up underneath here and start peeling away the layers. And obviously we've jacked it up, taken the tire off. We're going to go in here. First thing you're going to want to do is pull out this doghouse hump, whatever you want to call it, in the center console here. Now I got a separate video on this where we end up getting this thing to start again, and the problem was this right here, the coil wire. So I've also already replaced that right there, and that's in that video. So we're just going to deal with all the rest of these, going down that way and over there. I also have a video on how to remove this seat to get all this out. And it's so easy to remove this seat, there's no use in trying to fight with that, trying to get it out. Here we are underneath the car and in the wheel well. We've got these plastic pieces here. Someone's already removed this one. There's also another clip down here we're going to remove right here. Another clip here, and several more like it. So it looks fairly easy to do. I will probably regret saying that now, but from here you got the 2 front ones and the one in the back. That side it is. We're going to crawl in over here and follow. We got the coil right here, and we're going to follow all these wires down and around that way. We're going to lift it up. I'm going to undo these clips here. We're going to lift up the rig and go underneath and hope we can see something better there. So we're under the car. There's the oil pan right there. There is the drive shaft right there. We're going to shoot up this way and up into here through that hole right here, and go that way and pop the spark plug wire off from there, and this way and pop the spark plug wire off of there. So that right there, I put marks on it too. That's the easy one to get. This is the very front one on the driver's side or left side right here. So I'm going to hopefully just reach in through here and yank off the boot. Hopefully. There we go. So that one came out pretty easy. I know you didn't get to see anything, but as you can see, hopefully there is no boot there. It's swinging in the wind right now. Then the next 2 are going to be, I'm hoping, through here. This is where that tape works, hopefully, for me. I can bend it up and it'll get up in there and go where I want it. So bring it that way, get it on top of the heat shield there, and then I am going to have to fiddle fart with it till we get it where we want it. Here still, honestly, I'm going to take the swivel off for this one because I don't think I need it, and I'll have a better feel that way. We're going to put it up on in there. Plan B, the old fuel line kind of trick. Now this plan, I think we're on D now. I'm going to try, well, I'm going to use my other hand because I have more ability with that hand right now. And E, I kind of figured out that this actually wants to be at more of an angle this direction. I mean, I'm over exaggerating here, but at this direction, and with that long extension, it's hitting here and not wanting to be where I want it to be, which is, I can reach up and around here, and you can see my hand there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see past my head because I've got to get in here and get this done. And as you can see, we were just kind of hitting on stuff with that where it wants to come out. Now hopefully I can get in there, get this off. We'll use our extension. I'm going to go ahead and stick my wobbly back on here. So as you can see, well, hopefully you can see, I've got plan A from the first one, the hose. Actually, I think that was plan B. So plan B from the first one, which was the hose. Couldn't get the hose to be flat enough or straight enough, so I went to plan FU. I put a piece of wire in here that I straightened out as flat as I could. I shoved it through that hose, clear up there. Got it nice and in there, but it's still fairly flexible. And I've been able to get the hardest one on this side by doing that, and I can do it by hand all the way in. Time for the last one on the driver's side or left hand side. Got the anti-seize on it, got it in the, got it in there. And I got my wire going through the end of that to straighten it out. And we're bringing it on in. That's up in there. So now we're going up in here with the extensions in the socket and getting on them, and I'm going to go ahead and finish off by hand that way. And we're in. So we got the spark plugs all the way across the left hand side done here as far as the spark plug part. Now we're going to go do the other side. Then we'll do the wires. We're on the right hand or passenger side in the US, and as you can see, we got bang bang 1 and 2, and then the other one is just right there, number 3. So these are really easy. I mean, I can reach the hardest one is right here where I can yank off the wire. The heat shield wasn't in my way. These heat shields are what get in the way here. So twist a little bit here. Alright, I'm pulling from the wire. I don't care because I don't want these anyway. So there's one. Well, technically 3 in my opinion. There's 2. And I'll shake you around a little bit more and get number 3. Alright, there's the boots off right there, all by hand, all very easy. Now, I can get in here real easy. If there's a special tool that I need for some reason to get these in and out with, I will tell you, but otherwise, you know, swivel socket, a long extension, and a ratchet is really all you need to pull these off. So, now it's time to put the spark plugs back in, and I can reach this one in here completely by hand. But I can't get it started. But no, I can. I got it. I'm just using the tip kind of to turn it. And now that I got it kind of in there by hand, I'm going to do this by hand until I can't get it any further. By hand. So I'm switching back to the socket wrench again here, and I'm going to go in up here, and I can get most of the way or real close in there. I just can't quite get my fingers to turn very well because of the heat shield here. And we're going to snug her on down. Alright, that's all the spark plugs in this rig are completely out and in. Now it's time to do the wires. I'm going to try and do these one at a time by fishing them through. So I taped the new one, make sure you got the right end, tape the new one to the old one. We're going to try and fish it on down through. So here's the one we're replacing now. I'm still going to keep this one where it's the second one, and we're just going to fish this on down through until it comes through. And I've hooked it up on the other end yet again, so hopefully it shouldn't come any further than that. And then we're going to take off this tape and stick it on there. Hopefully the other side goes this well. I'm going to do that with all 3 of these. Put it together. You don't need to see me do that. In fact, on this side, I would strongly say you probably don't need to do this, but I'm going to, so I get the practice for the other side anyway. And also don't forget dielectric grease in this side as well. Well, for all intents and purposes, we are done on the right hand side. So I'm going to yank on this first, yep, and see. I was hoping that maybe that would break the bracket, but it didn't. So we pulled that up out of the wire, the loom, the keeper there. I'm getting tired, so words are not going to start working anymore. So we pulled this, got it out, we pulled it up through, could not get that thing to open up. There was actually another one that was easier to get to that I missed as well, I guess, up there that he was able to pull off. Now we've done the tape trick on the inside that I showed you from the other side, and we're hoping we can pull this through. He was able to hand this to me, just sticking my hand up in here, and we were able to bring it up through and bring it back down again a little bit. Anyhow, so we're going to try to feed it. Go ahead. So we pulled that through. There you go. It's taped up good enough to get it through. And we're going to put this on in. Right. And here yet again we're on the driver's side where I reached up and unhooked the boot from the spark plug when you saw my fingers doing their dance there. And now, as you can see, we got the old spark plug wire taped to the new one, and we've been able to fish it through. So that is what we're doing, and it's fishing through that hole there. Fishing through the hole there, you can see the other old spark plug wire right there that we haven't done yet. And there's the hole we're going through. And this one was definitely tight. So I fiddled with that thing. I don't know if you can see it, but
I had a pair of these. I don't know exactly what they are, if they are actually for pulling spark plug boots off or something, I don't know. But regardless, I was able to get in there around that boot while my son turned it from the top until I was able to shove it on there. Once I got it on there, I closed these up and pushed on the boot and was able to get it on there. So not an easy feat, and we still have the hard one to do. So we'll probably kind of do a similar thing. I'm hoping maybe, because I tried to get that one right there, that little black boot right there, that's what we're looking at. I tried to get that from putting my hand or my fingers up through there, and I just couldn't get it. So maybe I'll be able to do it with this one over here. We'll see. I will tell you when I come back. It's just too hard to film, and I'm having trouble enough as it is. You're gonna have to take my word for it. We got that other one on, and actually I was able to sneak it on there. Yet again, had my son kind of manipulating the wire while I got it on the end of the spark plug. Once I got it on there, I took my big old pry bar here and was able to kind of stick it up in there and push on the end of it and pop it on. This was definitely no easy feat. You definitely, I would say this is definitely the hardest set of spark plugs and wires I have ever done. Anyway, it's actually done. Also, you need to make sure we need to button up the wires, the clips and things like that. And I figured to end this off, I should show you the coil wire goes on this outside one, goes through here, around here. Also, all these ones on this side have the loom, which you'll have to make sure you get off of your old ones and put on your new ones. From there, underneath this, along there, and up to right there is your coil, right there. So it's really not that hard, but I'm not taking it off just to put it back on again. Yet again, that'll be in my video where this would not start. And we have started this. Everything's running really good. It started right up. We were having problems with it starting before we started this, and it started right up. So everything's all good and ready to go. Well, as you can see, Astro van is now gone. Everything's working good. It seems to be running better than it has for a while, which is nice. I will tell you, this piece of tubing with a piece of wire inside, this is a really thick wire. I have no idea what it came out of, but a coat hanger or something like that will work fine. Shove that up in there and get this thing good and straight as you can. And putting the spark plugs in with this was a lifesaver. Getting the boots on, it's gonna suck. I couldn't figure out any good way other than reaching up inside, getting the boot on to the two back ones there on the driver's side, and then reaching through from the wheel well and pushing them on with something. You can figure out what you want to use. You probably use this if you really wanted to. So once again, do everything at your own risk. And once again, that is one of the second, I think there's probably been 2, maybe 3 things that I have ever thought, boy, next time if I can afford it, I'll pay somebody to do it. And if I get to it, I am going to call and find out what it costs to have done. And if I find that, I will put it below. What else? Anything else? Alright. Well, it wasn't fun. It definitely wasn't easy. So thanks for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and obviously master of none. You all have a good one. An old Astro van here. Oh my goodness, what did you kill with this thing?
What happened?
Do you see the guts?
Oh no.
That's nasty. Oh, that's going on the bloopers.